Okay, it's Saturday, 19th of October, 13:38. So I am not actually totally sure what I've done since the last video. I spent a lot of time. The first thing, the big thing that's changed is I was on my walk yesterday with the wee one after work and getting her to sleep, and I was thinking about an arrangement. I've got all these disparate parts, and then I was thinking, how can I arrange things? And there was this memory I have of hearing that Martin Bennett, the late Martin Bennett, R.I.P., had used sonata form in some of his music. And I thought, should I, on my walk, listen to a YouTube video about what sonata form is? And I definitely felt the resistance to that idea because I was tired and that felt difficult. So because I was tired and that felt difficult, I listened to it because I'm trying to do things that are difficult as often as possible these days, because apparently it makes a bit of your brain bigger the more you do things that you don't want to do, and you get better at it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to listen to a video. So I went on YouTube. Love YouTube for this, and there's like several videos and people explaining what sonata form is. And as I was listening to it, I kept hitting stop, going, how can I make this work for my piece? So yeah, you have the exposition, the exposing of the ideas, introducing ideas. And then you have one idea and another idea, which is contrasting. And then you have the development where you muck about with both ideas, bringing them together into a big kind of blend of them. And then you have the recapitulation at the end. And there's more to it than that, but that's basically it. And if your first bit is in one key, if it's in a minor key, often the next bit will be in the relative major key. So I was like, well, I do have a slow line that's emerged in my piece. Day, 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 dum, day, dum, or whatever the heck it is. So anyway, I've just basically, since this morning, I started work at 5 this morning, I've been attempting to cram all my ideas into this sonata arrangement. And it's been extremely difficult, challenging, and I've loved it. And because I've been in here the last few days just writing and writing, and now doing something which is right at the edge of my, well, it's not in my ability because I've never done it before. It's demanding absolutely everything of my imagination because there's so many problems to fix, like development section, you don't have a development section, or the chord, what I've decided to be my second theme, I've been doing that in A minor along with my first theme, so it can't be in A minor anymore. So now you have to write it, make a happy bit, and then you have to have a development section in a different key. I've had to do a lot of imagining and creating, but that's been difficult. But in a way, it's also been a lot easier because, see, having no arrangement and having to kind of just mull things over, that's worthwhile as well. That's always been my way. But when you decided in advance this is the arrangement, it's in sonata form, it actually makes a lot of decisions for you. So then you just have to, in a way it gets easier, like, okay, I need this now, I need this now, to make it complete I need this part. It's like building a car or something, you know you're going to need wheels, you know you're going to need a steering wheel, you know. So it was actually, in a way, fun, and also it just felt like a really good challenge for my brain. And I'm now, well, I'm now writing, I don't know if I can call it a sonata because I have serious imposter syndrome and lack of knowledge of what that even means. But I'm trying to write this piece of music using sonata form, and maybe this will make it not as good as it would have been if I'd just gone for some other arrangement. But in a way, I don't mind, because this has booted my creative mind into a place forcefully that it wouldn't have been otherwise. And also, I was just thinking that, I have the part of the brief of this project is it's got to be something, you've got to be doing something new you haven't done before. So I guess I've got Laurie and to thank for kicking me into this new headspace. Having said all that, I've been trying to write parts on my computer today, and it's very, if I play this, you're gonna think that sounds really bitty. That's because it is. So this is, I'll just play it. I'm basically starting with a slow theme, and then that's a harmony part that I originally wrote from chords that I took from the tune. So it's tune, extrapolate chords, ditch tune, hang out with chords for a while, find a wee line that goes with the chords. That's now my first, whatever you call it, a first melody. It's going to be contrasted with the actual tune shortly afterwards. So this is my arpeggio line, which is the broken chords from the tune. This is the line in an undeveloped form, rather than just bringing it in fully formed. And each time it gets repeated, it gets a bit more full. That's fiddle. I'm bringing in the viola, playing the bass line. And that's this line as it will be. And the cello's going to come in now, playing the bass line. Viola's playing the other harmony line. So this is my attempt to introduce melody. The other tune. It's a bit of a shock. Need to see if that's a problem or not. So I'm trying to make a happy version of the tune, because that's what sonata form demands, is that this bit is contrasting. After this bit is my attempt to get into the development. This is wildly tricky. I was writing this morning. I have to get out of this, get back to the tune with all the themes in the home key. Bit of melody missing there. It's just so far off anything I've done before. That's supposed to be some big moment. So I got the tune in the original sad key, the slow line from the start, all of it at the same time. Don't know why the tune stopped. Goes back. And this is apparently the home straight, but I think more could happen and more needs to happen, because I think it's only 4 minutes now and it's got to be a minimum of 8. And now it's just random noises I haven't turned off yet. So it's so far, it's like if this was a building, it's like got scaffolding and like bits of the inner stuff that you're not supposed to ever see. It hasn't got an outer wall. It's like, it's horrendously incomplete. But that's where I'm at. At least I think I know what I need to do to finish this now. It's going to need to be longer in bits, which gives me the fear a little bit, because making something longer, yeah, I can make it longer, but is that at the expense of, does that make it boring? But I'm also tickled by the challenge that it's got to be 8 minutes. Although Laurie has said if the music is saying something else, it can be shorter, and you know, I appreciate that, but that also feels a cop out. I feel like if I can make it last 8 minutes and not be boring at any point, that's the win. Whoa. I don't even know, those middle section development chords are like weird, wild. I don't have the luxury of time to make millions of different drafts. I'm gonna just have to commit. It's getting close to the time where I need to like open the music notation software and just start typing out parts. Pretty close to that. I feel like there will be a piece of music for people to play in the rehearsal on Tuesday. They will have parts. I also know that my future self is always going to be going, oh God, how did I let myself have with that? Oh, that's okay. But I also feel like two things. One is I think there's a piece of music which makes sense in there emerging, and two, I'm just really glad to have. I'm so glad to be able to do this. To like, you know, I'm getting paid to do this, so it means I can do it. In other words, I can justify spending my time doing this rather than doing something else to get paid. I'm getting paid to do the thing I love the most, and that's something else. I was thinking this morning at like 5:38 or whatever. I absolutely love this. This is what I want to just do most days. I want to just sit and write. I want to just try and challenge myself and broaden my mind and try and learn how to write music more completely. And writing a sonata just feels like I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm so excited, and I know my future self will hate bits of it, but you gotta be kind to your past self, don't you? Or, you know. Anyway, that's it. I'm just rambling now. Bye bye.